Hey,
Hey,
what's going on?
I'm exhausted.
Why are you exhausted?
Because we just spent 16 hours at Disneyland.
Walked over 20,000 steps, guys. We got close to 10 miles today.
Yeah.
Which, me, for you, is not that impressive. But for us, that is a ton of walking.
Yeah.
My goodness. Yeah, so, we didn't get much food inside the park. But I really need some good quality food, so right next to our motel, there's actually a Denny's, which is open 24 hours a day. And so that's where we are. Kind of sucks it's down a restaurant when it's past midnight, but, you know, that's okay. Food should be good. Now we need it. And that's going to be bedtime. And then up tomorrow, we're heading back to Arizona.
And puppy dogs.
Yeah, good puppy dogs.
I got mango lemonade.
I got Diet Coke and a water.
Water.
Tasty, tasty. Alright, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hey.
Alright, guys.
Well, our Disney trip is complete. Well, not really. We still got to drive back for 6 hours, but 5 hours, I guess.
5 hours.
But yeah, went out to breakfast IHOP. Very, very busy IHOP.
Yeah.
Only issue with them is they messed up my pancakes, but they fixed it really, really quickly.
When they brought them back, I legit thought, because he ordered buttermilk pancakes with chocolate chips in them.
Yeah.
And they brought out buttermilk pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's like, hey, these are supposed to be chocolate chip, they took them, and then when they brought them back, I could have sworn all they did was add whipped cream, sprinkle some chocolate chips on top, and sprinkle and drizzle chocolate syrup on them.
Right.
That wasn't the case. Hey, I can't turn this around fast enough, guys, but from here, getting onto the freeway, we could see, like, the background of Toontown.
Ooh, we didn't go to Toontown.
Toontown is closed for refurbishment right now.
Oh.
So, yeah, believe me, had Toontown been open, we would have been on Roger Rabbit. That would have been on my list.
We got almost everything accomplished.
Yep, we didn't get on Rise of the Resistance. We thought that we were following my app a little bit, and it was like, come back in the evening. And then we got stuck in the Space Mountain line for way longer than it was supposed to be.
That was the only one that was off, though.
Yeah.
Most of the queues are pretty accurate, or even off. It was actually quicker than the queue line said.
Yeah.
But yeah, Space Mountain was ridiculous. It said 45 minutes. It took us well over an hour to get through it, which really, really sucked.
Yeah. For every, like, 2 families in the standby line they would put through, like, 10, 15, 20 families from the Lightning Lane line, which I get, you know, they paid extra and whatnot, but I feel like there could have been a better balance.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 107A for California 22 East.
Okay.
Right.
So.
That was kind of a bummer, but everything else was pretty accurate. In the end of the night, it kept on giving us really long queue times, but it took way longer. I mean, way shorter.
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion said like 75 minutes, we went through it in like 30 minutes or something like that, maybe 40 minutes. Matterhorn said 60, went through that relatively quickly. I mean, the app wasn't wrong. There was no wait for Rise of the Resistance later on in the night.
That's true. Yeah, it shut down. I want to say it shut down like around 107A.
107A, okay.
It's for 22 East.
Yeah.
It shut down by like, I want to say it was like probably 8 o'clock. Rise shut down. And we're like, it'll come back up. It'll come back up. Never did.
What was your favorite ride this trip?
Oh. Okay, well, I feel like it's like there's a tie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, for the joke's sake, I would love to say that in the tie is Mr. Toad. My mom hates that ride. So I tease her about it. Actually, I thought we were going to have what they call an in-show exit on, this is us. Okay. I thought we were going to have an in-show exit on, watch out for this guy, on Mr. Toad. But, because it, like, stopped, and then we were just stopped for a bit.
In half a mile, use the right
in the middle of the ride.
To take exit 107A for California 22 East toward Orange East.
Yeah. But then it went again. But no, I'm tied between Space Mountain and Millennium Falcon.
Right 2 lanes to take exit 107A, then keep left.
And then keep left. Okay. Oh, it looks like we can keep left in this one.
Keep left.
Sorry, guys. We just
complicated directions.
little complicated directions. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna be going home.
California 22 east for 3 miles.
We're on our way home. It's a lot of freeway changing, and then we get on the 10, and we're on the 10 for the rest of the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's it's not too bad. Gas prices suck.
Yeah.
Like legit, on the Arizona-California border, on Arizona side, it was like $4.15. On California side, the first exit,
It's like
it
7.
was $6.
Oh,
Or was it
6.
$7? I think it was like $5.95 or something like that. So that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
You end up filling up for, I think, $5.
Oh, sorry, guys. It's a little
Something like that.
bouncy.
But yeah, all right, guys, we'll keep you updated.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey, guys.
We are back. We're 100-ish miles from the Arizona border.
Yep.
So Phoenix is 256, but really it's not far away, but we get off of Phoenix, so
Yeah.
we probably got maybe another 200 miles to drive, something like that.
Yep. Sorry.
Yeah, we kind of suck because we're in a bunch of craziness, and the craziness has died down. So yeah. What was your least favorite ride?
Okay, well, that's not tough because it's Matterhorn because it beat me up. But I love that ride. It's fun. It beats you up.
That would have to be my least favorite ride also. Maybe because it was so late and I was in so much pain and it beat the crap out of my knees. But yeah, that ride was the worst possible ride I think to do with the night.
And then your seatbelt got stuck.
Yeah, maybe I switched on the button. She got it off no problem. The lady helped me out, but yeah. So
And then it's a tight squeeze to get out of
it
there.
really is. I mean, I have plenty of seatbelt, but the seat itself is really small. It's not. I mean, I don't think I really could ride that ride. I think it's just too tight, you know. And you got your legs, and they're all crunched up and stuff, and my legs are almost up above the ride, you know.
You might have needed like the front of the bobsled.
The front looked actually the most restrictive, you know. Like it looked like it was the smallest seat, so I don't know. But yeah, that was my least favorite ride also. And it may have been better if it wasn't so late, but I was just worn out by that point.
We were
That
irritated
ride
with the
jarred me.
family in front of us too.
Yeah, they were. I mean, I don't know.
They had members hopping in and out of the line.
And their kids were falling asleep, and I'm thinking to myself, it's why are you gonna have your kids in the park at midnight? You know, if they're that tired, you should take them home. You know, but
Yeah.
take them back to the hotel or whatever. But they wanted to go to the end, and you could tell the little girl was just so exhausted. Anytime she'd sit down, she'd almost pass out. You know, you could see it in her eyes. She was just so worn out.
Yeah.
But the little kid, my gosh, he had energy. I couldn't believe it. He was busy racing cars up and down the line on his knees and smashing into people's shoes and stuff. So that was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were kind of irritating. I think it wouldn't have been that big of a deal if it had been earlier in the day. But since it was so late and we were so done, it just was like, oh my gosh, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, Mr. Unpopular Opinion, want to tell people what you told me about the only Star Wars ride in Star Wars Land that we went on?
Oh yeah. I said that given the choice between Millennium Falcon and Indiana Jones, I would choose Indiana Jones. Now, not to say Millennium Falcon's a bad ride, because it's not. It's a really good ride. But Indiana Jones, I thought, was slightly more fun than Millennium Falcon. So, there. They're still
Next
both
time-
really good rides.
Next time, though, we're going to do Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, I wish we could have done that this time. We could have, we should have, but then we didn't expect it to be closed
Yeah.
at like 8 o'clock. So,
Yeah.
but everything else I think we got accomplished with all the other rides. So,
We did. We weren't sure we were going to get to Matterhorn.
yeah, because they were
It kept
closing
going
it.
down. But, yeah.
And we did. And, well, I was okay not doing it. So,
How are your knees feeling today?
man, they are, I can feel them. They feel really bruised. You know?
Yeah. That ride was rough.
Yeah, and I was already in so much pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so jarring. And I couldn't, like, my legs were higher up than I think they're supposed to be too. So right here, the side of my knees, just kind of smacking into a little place, you know, place up here. So, but I don't think it get much lower, you know, which is it's a very tight ride.
I'm hoping that someday we can take a trip with my mom and my brother. You know, my brother would love Star Wars Land.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom would love Mr. Toad.
Yes.
Yeah. She gotta ride Mr. Toad.
You do. I think Mr. Toad's a fun ride.
I do too.
I wish we could have done some other storybook rides, but we just have one day, guys, and we try to get all the big ones knocked out. And we did a couple of smaller ones too.
We did.
But
We did Jungle Cruise. That was fun.
Jungle Cruise is fun, yeah.
Although I feel bad for the skipper because, like, I think everybody was tired, so not very many people were laughing at the jokes.
Yeah.
I laughed though.
Yeah, she was pretty good.
All right.
All right,
Catch
guys.
up you guys in a little bit.
Yeah. All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right, guys. So on our way home, we're about 2 hours from home, and looks like a giant dust storm. You actually really can't see ahead of you.
That far, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like some kind of ominous view of the sky, too.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's pretty quick. But yeah, Arizona does get dust storms, so.
We're almost back into Arizona. We're
Almost.
in Blythe, California right now.
Which is right on the border.
Yeah.
We got Del Taco, which is really, really good.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, it's a dust storm. It's not crazy or anything.
Driving into it was a little crazy.
Yeah, it's easy to come down, but
Yeah.
yeah, definitely in these kind of situations. Everyone's throwing their hazards, so sure. I don't know why everyone's throwing their hazards. I'm not throwing my hazards. Just letting other people know that. But yeah, definitely best thing you do in the situation, if it's bad, is pull over and wait.
Yeah.
It's like thick fog, you don't drive it and pick it up with it. Pull over, wait for a little bit the storm to subside. But it looks like this was not too bad. It was briefly. Like for a second there, it's like, oh crap, you know. But
Yeah.
it seems to be dying down. A lot of dust in Arizona. But yeah, just a little more excitement on our way back.
Yeah.
Looks like we might have a bad battery, which I'm not too thrilled about. So debating if I should risk filling up the tank one more time and getting back to home to look at a battery place, or if I should go to one of the Blythe. But I want to go to battery places. I don't know if these small places like O'Reilly's and stuff check. I mean, I
Yeah.
imagine they probably could, but
Whoa. We hit a bump there.
yeah,
Well, we'll keep you guys posted.
yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey.
Hey,
We tried to do this on our way home last night.
but we couldn't because it got too
It
dark.
was too dark.
What a terrible end to a magical day in Walt Disneyland, because holy crap, man.
Did we talk about
I think
the breakdown?
I think we just got to the dust storm,
Yeah.
and after the dust storm, I think we stopped maybe it was before, but my car was acting really weird, so I'm like, well, it's having a hard time starting. I'm gonna take it to an auto shop. So we found one in Blythe, California, which is right before the Arizona border, because that seemed to be the only thing that had anything open really.
We took it to AutoZone? No,
This is
O'Reilly's.
And I gave them a good review because they were awesome. But so I had them come out and I had them check my battery because I thought my battery might be going bad. The battery registered needs to be charged. It's like, well, that's not great. No.
Sorry.
And so like, well, we can replace the battery, which I kind of want to do because my battery was getting really
Had
corroded.
a lot of corrosion, yeah.
Like a lot of corrosion. Like I should take a picture of it. I have one from a while ago, but it's gotten worse since then. But yeah, so I'm like, well, I want this corrosion taken care of, so that's fine. They said they clean up the corrosion, and so that, you know, I have a fresh, new, clean battery. So I'm like, okay, sounds good. The battery wasn't too bad. It was like $130 or something like that. But anyways, they also ran a test on the alternator and the starter, and the starter seemed fine. The alternator, they said, wasn't registering at all. They said, well, maybe if we change the battery, it will register. So changed the battery, got it all cleaned up, car starts,
the test. It's taking forever. The thing is not registering. It doesn't register. My alternator is on its last breath. So we are 2 hours away from home.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Saturday. It's a smaller town, so all the auto shops are closed.
And it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's pretty close, like 4 o'clock. Maybe it's a little later than that, but like it's 3 o'clock. But anyway, so I don't know how to fix an alternator. Like, fortunately for us, there was a nice gentleman there who.
Well, you said, well, maybe if the car just keeps running, if I keep it turned on.
Yeah.
But then they said, no, it could die, whatever. So we called our friend Cam and asked him. And he said, yeah, if the alternator is bad and it's not sparking the charge,
if it's not charging the battery, I figured you use the battery to start the car and the engine would keep it going. But I was wrong on that. Maybe you guys know. You probably did. I don't know. We're not super mechanical people.
He said we had like maybe 45 minutes.
Yeah, depending on how bad it was. It's possible we could have made it home, but it's also possible we would have been out of luck in the middle of nowhere. Because once you get to the California-Arizona border, there's like 2 towns and then almost nothing, And so there's like little gas stations and stuff. But yeah, so we had to spend about $140 for the battery, and then I had to pay over $220 for the alternator. Fortunately, there's a guy there who, I guess he owns a business, and he hangs out by the O'Reilly's and he installs parts for people.
Like on the weekends.
Yeah, he probably does during the week too. So he said for $150 he would install my alternator. Now I thought that sounded kind of high, so I asked the store, and they're like, "Oh yeah, typically, a normal auto body shop will charge $120 per hour and charge you for 3 hours to fix an alternator. Plus, you got to pay the price of the alternator, which is also a markup." So this guy, and then I asked my friend the same thing. He was like, "Yeah, if it takes this guy 2 hours, he's only making like $75 an hour," which I know sounds like a lot for us, but for a mechanic, it's not that much money.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, he said you do it for $150. So I ran to the bank, completely wiped out my savings account, which really, really sucked. And we got back. He finished up another car I was working on. We said we're gonna go to Sizzler. And there's a Sizzler that was just down the street a little bit, so we walked down to Sizzler to get some dinner. Spent about an hour there, figuring it'd probably get like 2 hours to fix the alternator. And got back, and he was done. So then I felt really bad.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if I would have known, I'd come back earlier, because we could have left earlier. I just figured it'd take him all. He did the alternator in less than an hour.
Yeah. So
that was pretty impressive. And then...
So then we...
I also found out that there's alternators that have cores, which I didn't know either.
Oh, yeah.
So you get, when you get a new battery, you can turn your core, and you get a little bit of refund for the battery. Same thing with alternator. Alternator core pays a little more, but the alternator piece is more expensive. So I got like $43 for the core of my alternator. And that guy could have taken it, and he didn't, So he just took us $150, and then we got to turn the alternator to get at least a little bit of money back. So that was good. Cars were running a little rough, at least it was. I'm not sure why, when we changed the battery. Yeah, immediately after the battery was changed, it just seemed like it was struggling to stay on. Like, it's fine once you get up to speed, but when it first starts, it's just kind of in the park position.
Yeah.
It just shakes a lot, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe there's some kind of connection that was lost when they cleaned up the corrosion that was holding something together or something. Who really knows?
Yeah. Cam said also it could just be that it needs the throttle adjusted.
Yeah, it could be that too.
So.
And so, yeah, we got through that. We got on the road, what was it, 5:30?
Something like that.
5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that.
You're cutting off the end of your face.
That's fine.
There you go.
And then we had to fill up the gas tank. Because it was $5.95 at the California border and $4.15 on the Arizona side. So, literally a mile, guys. Like, why would you, So we drove over to Arizona and filled up our tank, of course.
Yep.
And, yeah, it is pretty good. The car struggled a little bit when we were coming to a stop, kind of shakes a little bit. But filled it up, got a Cinnabon. It was really good. Got a drink.
Yeah.
Hit the road.
We had pretty much just finished up our Cinnabon.
Yep.
I was offering bites to Nate as he drove because, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't really use it while I was driving.
Yeah, but it was good.
So I'm going, I think speed limit 75, I was going 80, so I'm not really pushing the speed limit. There's a car right on me. I'm like, that's kind of weird, but I figure, okay, I'll just get over it a little bit, you know, once I get past semis or something like that. All of a sudden, police sirens come on.
Well, just
like,
the lights.
I'm in the light shot. I'm like, are you freaking serious right now? So we got pulled over, and then the police officer's like, oh, I pulled you over because your tags are expired. Now, my tags are good. I mean, they say October 2022. And today is October 16th?
Yeah, so yesterday was the 15th.
So, yeah.
They're less than a week.
They're less... apparently, on my tags, it says they actually expire on the 9th of October, which is kind of silly. But, yeah, so you pulled us over for tags that were expired for 1 week?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if there's something wrong with my car, or because it's kind of beat up, because it's a 2005 Toyota Corolla,
Yeah.
or what the reason he actually got behind us. Or maybe he just riding behind us and saw the tags, but yeah, we got pulled over.
But I mean, you'd have to be really close, and he would have probably had to run the license plate because I mean, unless each month is a different color.
Yeah, Dave, I don't know.
But then, no, not only did he pull us over while we're trying to, you know, get all this stuff that he needs, your registration, license, all that stuff, going through the glove box, which, I mean, we don't go in there very often, so it's a little messy. Trying to find the registration, and questions if this is our car.
Like, is this your car, sir? Like, really serious, too.
Like, do you own this car? Yeah.
No, I stole the 2005 Toyota Corolla, because that is my style. Give me a freaking break. But he ended up not giving us anything, he just gave us a warning, but the whole situation is just kind of bizarre. Like, I don't know why. Like,
I think you must have been bored.
Could be bored.
Not enough speeders, I guess.
People whip through there, so there's definitely speeders, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm grateful we didn't get. We just got a citation. We don't have to pay any fees or anything. Just get this fixed, which I will. But it was just a really, really weird experience.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't good enough, we're spending hundreds of dollars to fix the car.
Get pulled over.
All this stuff. We get pulled over. It's night now. We were planning on being back by about 4 o'clock. That was because we left Disney probably like around 11 or something like that. It was a 5-hour drive. So 4 or 5 o'clock was a good window because you stop, you get gas, you get little snacks and different things.
Yeah.
So we're getting close to home, and then we start getting warnings on our phone. Warning, flash flood! Warning, flash flood!
And we figure, it's just this area that we're in, whatever, we'll just... And then, it started raining a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it started raining harder.
And harder, and harder.
Yeah.
Traffic went from a good 75 miles an hour down to 45.
Yeah.
And my windshields were on full blast. The windshield wipers on full blast. And it couldn't get the water off quick enough. Like, it was insane.
And then a semi decided to go around us.
And it totally soaked my window.
Yeah.
Like, it was just waves of water, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Then finally
then we get home because can't forget about this. We get home. Get inside. Pups are excited to see us, whatever. I come in the room to put things away. I walk out of the room. And I come back in, and Jock had been up on the bed. And he'd been sitting on the bed. I left the room, and usually he follows me, but he didn't this time. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. Come back in the room, and he's still sitting there. And he gets up, and there's a big old puddle.
Giant puddle. Now, right now, we have extra sheets in storage, but we only have one sheet for our bed. We need to buy another one. So, fortunately, we got a mattress printer on our mattress. That was required when we bought it, so it'll protect the mattress. So that wasn't a problem. We just cleaned that up. But our sheet and our blanket are just peed all over, and he peed a lot. Which is very, very unlike him.
Yeah, he generally doesn't pee on the bed.
No.
And, if people are up, he will get out and he'll walk between the person and the door until you get it.
So we think there's a big storm, lightning, thunder, that might have kind of... Plus, we were gone for a little bit. He was with Josh, plus Josh had to work. He's got to work. He was gone for a lot of hours. So I think all that culminated to him just having, breakdown, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's got anxiety.
He does. But yeah, so...
And then I woke up with this bruise.
Yeah, we had no idea where the bruise came from.
I have no idea how I did that.
Fortunately, we had an extra blanket, because I think we almost put it in storage. We're like, no, let's just keep it.
Yeah.
Because it actually does get really cold here, my brother says, in wintertime. Like, it gets pretty warm in the daytime, but at nighttime temperatures can drop down to, 30s, 40s. So it might be good to have an extra blanket. Plus,
Something like
power
this.
goes out or something like that. It'd be good to have an little extra warmth.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was the conclusion to our adventure.
Yeah.
I told Kelly Disney's curse, so we're never going to go again.
And I told him, that's crazy because I haven't done Rise of the Resistance yet.
So,
Or had blue milk.
So, yeah, if she wins, we will go to Disney again, but not anytime soon here, because, holy crap.
Maybe in May.
Maybe in May.
What else was it? Oh yeah, I was gonna tell them that actually, it was crazy. I texted my mom this morning and told her, I was like, man, it's, it feels like Oregon outside today.
Yeah, weird
It's
temperatures.
like 64 outside here.
Which is
and
really
she's
cool
like,
for
oh,
Arizona.
Is it gonna be hot by noon? And I looked, I'm like, yeah, it's only gonna be up to like 73 by noon. And she said, out there in Oregon, it is the middle of October, and it is 82 degrees.
We lived in Oregon most of our life, and I can't think of a time when it was 82 degrees in October. It's like all this weird stuff going on. Maybe it's what do they call it? Climate change? But I don't know. It's so bizarre.
It wasn't like that last year.
Yeah, it's never been like that. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just, I think it might be shifting poles. I heard that can happen and change weather patterns. Could be some kind of issue with the climate. Could be some kind of experiment we're not aware of. If we want to go down this conspiracy path, but it just makes zero sense. Like places that are supposed to get almost no rain are getting, like, even I saw a little clipping as a ad or something like that. It said that Phoenix, Arizona was on par with rain from Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
Now, it might have been because Seattle had a really dry summer this year, and that's why it's comparable. I'm hoping that's what it is. But we did get an insane amount of rain. And like last night, it just rained. We got a flash flood warning starting at like 7 o'clock. And the final flash flood warning said storms will end at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy. It was storm front after storm front.
And Josh said this is outside now, outside of monsoon season.
Yeah.
And get this, my mom said that they haven't gotten much rain at all. She said they got like a drizzle 2 weeks ago. Now in Oregon, I don't know if you guys know this, but in Oregon, it rains pretty much all the time.
Like, you saw rain because of it. And, especially our part of the Willamette Valley always got tons of rain. You go higher up, it's still less. But yeah, so it's just weird and bizarre, guys. I don't even know. Can climate change affect stuff that drastically one year? I don't even know. I'm not a climate expert, but it's just weird times, and I'm hoping it goes back to normal.
Yeah.
Like, we can get more rain here, that's fine, but Oregon needs this rain too.
Yeah, Oregon definitely.
I heard this too. I was watching one of the YouTubers like to watch, and they're talking about the Mississippi River drying up. Like, it's not dried up yet, but compared to last year, it's half the level it was. It's getting to the point now where they can't even get barges up and down the river. And if they are getting barges up and down the river, they only let them go to half capacity. And the guy I was watching was talking about it, and he said for one barge of goods is equivalent to 53 train cars, I believe. My number's probably slightly off here. And it's equivalent to 143 semi-truck trailers. And so if you can't get the grain out of there, they're saying that farmers, like, their crops, they ship them somewhere to the grain silos or wherever they're going to be stored, and they're returned away because there's no storage because they can't get it out quick enough. And so it's just, the Mississippi, like, that is complete utter insanity. So, I don't know what to think, but
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Alright, guys, well, that is our very depressing update, but we are home now. We got our laundry done, and that was a blessing because we got in there just in time. the person, we couldn't use a 55, which we usually like to use, but
So our blanket didn't get washed.
we had an extra, but we usually use a 40 for most of the laundry, and we got there and it was in a 1 minute. There's only 140 at that particular laundromat too. The rest of them are shut down, and so we got in, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, back to work tomorrow. It was a fun trip.
Hot shirt.
Yeah, cool shirt. Huh? So you see that? Yeah, very cool.
All Disney castles.
Disney, maybe we could look around a little more, but it seems like they only want a 2X, not a bigger dude, which I think they probably do get bigger size, and I think the bigger guests buy them out and they don't order more. So, they really should, because there's a lot more big people than skinny people in Disney.
Yeah.
But, it costs more, I guess. You just charge a little more for the bigger shirt, I think, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will go back to Disney. We'll take you guys along with us next time we go.
Yeah. I have some videos posted. Actually, someone already posted. I'm not sure if it's going to be a 2-video series or a 3. This could be its own episode because it's 18 minutes right now. So,
yeah.
So,
yeah. I can't remember what I was going to say. We the next trip we're going to take will be next month. We'll go see your parents.
Yeah. That'll be fun. We're going to go back to the Airbnb we stayed in, which we covered a little bit. I haven't put an episode on it about yet, but I have some content from. We didn't tour the Airbnb or anything because it's my parents, so I didn't feel that was right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a little bit of content from there. So talk about the trip that will come out probably pretty soon here, and we're going again for Thanksgiving and again for Christmas.
Yeah.
So that'll be kind of fun.
Yeah. But I feel like car trips are
cursed now.
Yeah. I mean,
long car trips.
Yeah.
It was only 6 hours too. It wasn't even that far.
Yeah.
But.
Well, I mean, and it costs less to fix your car than it cost us when my car broke down.
Yeah.
So, but that was a longer trip, so it kind of evens out, right?
Right. All right, guys. Well, thank you for taking time to watch our videos. Hit that subscribe button. Click on the bell to be notified when we release new content.
When do you release new content?
Release new content. Usually once or twice a week. I usually do one vlog every other week and 1 or 2 gaming videos a week. Usually just one because I'm a slacker.
Keep your eyes out though, unless they're already out, but keep your eyes peeled for some on-ride footage.
Yeah.
I took some on-ride footage. It might not be the best. It might be great. I don't know.
I think it should be pretty decent. At least definitely the rides that aren't dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing the footage from Splash Mountain because even though I was on it, I would love to watch the footage that I took because that was a crazy ride.
Yeah, we got super wet, wetter than usual. I think it's because Hiller's in the front. She probably usually is farther back, but it should be good GoPro footage. So yeah.
I don't know if we just had a whole boat of bigger people because I'm bigger, you're bigger. I don't know if we had a whole boat of bigger people.
Well, there was a little girl behind me, so.
But we went down there's a second drop, and it was like a tidal wave hit me.
And that was fine for me, but my shoes are waterproof, which is nice. But if the water gets in above the shoe, then it's not waterproof. So my shoes stank like high heaven, and then I had some freaking cushion socks I have to wear because all these leg operations have been going on recently. I don't know if we showed any of that, the bruising and stuff. But it's just something I gotta get done. It's called something to do with veins.
Something to do with veins, yeah.
And so I had my cushion, my compression socks just reeked. Now I did try, and hopefully they'll be good after they're actually dry. But we washed them at the laundromat, and they still, they're way better than they were when we got out of Disney. But they still stank pretty bad. So then I took them and I used some hot water and I used some Dawn, and I think that will take away the rest of the scent because I smelled them and they smelled.
I also
a lot better.
Lysoled them.
And Lysol too. And so yeah, all right, guys. Well,
give us a thumbs up if you like us, and leave comments down below.
Make sure you're subscribed so you can see this new content. I think a lot of people like the rides, so
yeah,
that would come pretty soon. You want to know one of those drops?
Yeah, and let us know. Have you guys ever been to Disneyland? Have you been to Walt Disney World? We've been there. We went to Walt Disney World for our honeymoon back in 2018. That's the first time I've ever been. Only time I've ever been. Next time, we're going to the water parks. Next time we go.
All right, guys.
All right.
Do you hear that? Adventure's calling. Bye, guys.